$1 to get these 5 games, pay more than the average to get those games, and pay $20 or more to get those games, $30 to get those games. So they often have really good tiers. This one's kind of expensive, but you could pay $1 to get all of those games. They also have this double fine bundle, $1 to get Psychonauts Adventures, more than the average of almost 9 to get all these games. The point is they do a lot of bundles for good prices, and a lot of the money goes directly to charities, which is pretty awesome. So that's a lot of fun. I've been supporting them for a long time, since like the 5th ever Humble Bundle back in, I don't know, 2012 or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, these bundles are a large reason why my Steam library is so big. Steam library of 1,400 games. Don't look at that. Ignore what I just said. 1,400 games. Anyways, in the past couple of years, or however many years, they started doing something called a Humble Monthly. That's where you would pay $12 a month, or like $120 a year, so it would come out to $10 a month, and you would get, I believe, 10 games every month. But it was a mystery which games that you got. But you would get 10 games every single month for $10 a month. And sometimes it had really good AAA games and was really good deals. They eventually changed it to something called Humble Choice, where they show 10 games, and I think they showed 10 plus games, so it could be like 12 games. And if you were a previous Humble Monthly subscriber, you got to pick 10 games for your $12 a month. It renews at the same rate for anyone who wasn't a Classic member. There's a couple of different tiers. You pay $5 a month just to have access to the Humble Trove, which is some DRM-free games. $15 a month to get access to 3 games. And $20 a month to get access to 9 games. So actually, it's not as great of a buy if you didn't have the Classic subscription previously. Because if you're Classic, you have $12 or $11 a month because you were grandfathered into that pricing. But that's what I have. I think I purchased like a year in advance, so I'm slowly going through all the games. But, sometimes you have to make the decision of, are these games worth it to you? Maybe if you have the main attractions already, you might not want to get it. And you can always pause your subscription for a month and just pick it up in the next month. So every time the new Humble Choice Monthly comes along, I always like to sit down, go through the games one by one, and determine if this is a bundle that I should pick up or not. So I thought, why not record it? Let's go through my thought process here and just kind of have a general chat about video games and the ones that are in here. And I can make my decision live on air. Well, I guess it's not live, recorded on air. Well, it's over the internet, recorded on Ethernet cables. Anyways, so and just for this month, they have 12 games. So for what they're kind of going back to the previous model where premium and Classic subscribers get access to all the games. Because before there'd be the added layer is you have to choose 10 of the 12 games that you wanted, so leave out 2 games. But for this month you get all the games. And it looks like these games. Maybe I'll make this a monthly, reoccurring video series as I make my decision every month. I pause sometimes. Let's see, like I got last month's value. I think I paused June because I already had Hellblade. I didn't want Grid. I paused May because I already had all the XCOM games. I got April because I wanted Hitman 2. I got March. That's how I got Planet Coaster to record. I got February. I think I did not get January because I already had Shadow of War. I don't remember exactly. Going back, which ones I did not get. But it's always a pretty good collection of games. I mean, you won't find games like this for $12. Just if you already own them or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the games here and make a decision of if I want to unlock and lock in my choices for August. So the first game is Vampyr, and I will say I have actually already played it. Might be pronounced Vampire, actually, just the way it's spelled. I've always said Vampyr. This is a game. Here, I'll read the description in a fun way. London, 1918. You are newly turned vampire, Dr. Jonathan Reed. As a doctor, you must find a cure to save the city's flu-ravaged citizens. As a vampire, you are cursed to feed on those you vowed to heal. Will you embrace the monster within? Survive and fight against vampire hunters, undead skulls, and other supernatural creatures. Use your unholy powers to manipulate and delve into the lives of those around you. To decide who will be your next victim. Struggle to live with your decisions. Your actions will save or doom London. That was fun. There's a free trial for Xbox Game Pass a while ago where you can play an unlimited number of Xbox, like Windows games for a monthly fee, and that's actually amazing value also. But I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Vampire, but I call it Vampyr. I'm gonna keep calling it Vampyr. I thought it was a lot of fun. Really cool setting of Spanish flu, London. Fun choices. Not quite AAA game, and Don't Nod is surprisingly the makers of Life is Strange, which I love, and I have my series where I played the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Maybe I'll make one of those little cards to put it in now. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun, and so they went from this episodic game thing to a vampire game. Sure, why not? Had a lot of fun. But I've already played it, so I really won't be getting any value from that, and that's sort of, I think, billed as like the top choice here. But a lot of fun, so usually, if this wasn't the situation where I get all 12 games, I would check to see if I would want the other ones, the rest of the 10 of them. I can just not choose Vampyr as one of my choices. So the other game. Next one, Hello Neighbor. And Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek. This was a game that got a lot of press, I believe. Hello Neighbor is a stealth horror game about sneaking into your neighbor's house to figure out what horrible secrets he's hiding in the basement. You play against an advanced AI that learns from your every move. Really enjoy climbing through that backyard window. Expect a bear trap there. Sneaking through the front door. There'll be cameras soon. Trying to escape. The neighbor will find a shortcut and catch you. I've heard really mixed things. Had a lot of hype. A lot of people really Yeah, so this is it's like a prequel. Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek follows the tragic story of the neighbor's family in this dramatic prequel to Hello Neighbor. Experience playing a game of hide and seek with your brother as you both deal with the loss of a family member. This game explains events that lead up to the original stealth horror hit, Hello Neighbor. You know, I guess it sold well enough because looks like there's a Hello Neighbor 2 and it's getting an animated series. So that's really interesting. So I have Hello Neighbor on the Epic Game Store already, but I don't have the DLC. I don't know if this is quite up my alley. I don't play horror games very much, so it's not starting off great, I will say, especially when you own some of the first games that are usually meant to be a highlight. But you know, the DLC is it's not Sacred Neighbor, $30. So I mean that's a good value right there. You can see why getting it for $12 is totally worth it, plus a bunch of other games. Alright, the next game is Wargroove. There's often so many different games that I've just never heard of. Okay, so this is Take to the Battlefield with Wargroove, a strategy game for up to 4 players. Choose your commander and wage turn-based war on battling factions. Design and share maps, cutscenes, and campaigns with easy-to-use editors and in-depth customization tools. Interesting. I'm not usually a pixel art fan. Strategy game. I've heard good things. That's mostly positive. 86, 85 are very positive reviews. That is really good reviews. Oh, it's a dog in armor. That's multiple dogs in armors. Is that a German Shepherd? Okay, that's a plus in my book, honestly. I have also so many games that I have to consider, like, would I actually play this game over other ones that I have? I'm not sure if I would. That's $20, but I have heard good things about that game. Next is Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu. You might be able to see this game is on my wish list. I am a huge fan of H.P. Lovecraft sort of mythos. I guess I don't want to say huge because I haven't read all the books and stuff like that, so I guess I just personally like it. One of my favorite ASM artists is Ephemeral Rift, and if you watch his videos, he does a lot of H.P. Lovecraftian horror type games, but I love it, like mystery figures, dark cults. I heard this game was, middling. It has around 75%, which is decent. But I really want this game. I would play it pretty quickly, I would think. And $29 if I can get it for $12. That's a good deal. I love the sort of foggy, hidden cult stuff. Big fan of solving mysteries, psychological horror versus jump scare horror. My favorite board game that I own is Mansions of Madness, which is Lovecraftian based. Maybe I'll do an unboxing or something of the different characters. That might be a lot of fun. But I've really wanted this game. Oh yeah, 1924. Private investigator Pierce is set to look into the tragic death of the Hawkins family. Plunge into a world of creeping madness cosmic horror, cryptic clues, shadowy figures, and pure terror bar your way as you fight to retain your sanity and solve an otherworldly mystery. Do you like my like announcer, like reading voice? Please hire me as a voice actor. I'll read anything you want me to in a calming yet, how would you describe that? I don't know, calming yet assertive tone. Dramatic. I don't know. But I really want this game, so that's a big plus. So a lot of these games I don't even know about them, but let's look at them. Little Big Workshop is next. Little Big Workshop. Well, which is it? Little or big? Alright, very positive. Oh, it's like on a board table. Manage your workers, stations, machines, and create awesome stuff as your little big workshop grows into your dream factory. That's like 88%. Looks like a tiny workshop, and you can make like workflows of this game. And I guess you grow your factory. I've heard some personal friends say some good things about it. And you grow like production run lines. It looks like you make like all these little workers work. Looks like there's like break rooms and stuff too. Looks like you're just managing a factory. I mean, this kind of seems pretty interesting actually. Usually $20. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. I sometimes like the factory building games, depending. I wouldn't get too complex with it. I've played Satisfactory, and that's generally fun, but sometimes it gets, after a while, it just gets crazy complex. Look, this is so cute. Like, it looks like elves, like you're making stuff for Santa. Okay. Looking good. Genesis Alpha 1 Deluxe. That's a strange name, Genesis Alpha 1 Deluxe Edition. Ooh, it has mixed reviews, 66%, 72%. Hyper jump into the dark recesses of space with Genesis Alpha 1, a roguelike FPS where you must build, maintain, and navigate your ship through a galaxy filled with hostile alien and human threats. Explore, create, and survive the militarized space race in order to secure humanity's future. Not great reviews. I mean, it looks nice. Oh, that looks like crazy monsters in there. See what some of the reviews say. This one's tough. I recommend it if you're a fan of these types of games. I enjoy the game enough because I love base building, and the promise of one day having a cool spaceship keeps me going through the tedium, but the moment-to-moment gameplay consists of holding E in front of a computer or standing around and shooting bugs. Not a lot of depth. The art style is awesome though. Brilliant concept for a game that falls off hard in its execution. Feels like an early access title, and it pains me to say it. Game doesn't feel done, or the infestations come. Where did the infestations come from? Why are small bugs able to destroy sections of the ship again? This game will be great after the full release. What? It is fully released and has no updates coming. So it sounds like it's, I don't know, with so many games, I don't know if I'd play it. It looks fun. I don't think I'm huge into base building games, so this one may not pique me enough. Okay, Automachef. Automachef. 76%, that's fine. Welcome to Automachef, a resource management puzzler where you design kitchens, program machinery, and watch your genius come to life. It's time to engineer and I've seen a lot of these lately. Oh, so it's recipes to get different meals. You gotta like, oh, it's like stepped base. Salad dressing needs to be applied there to make the salad. Raw chicken needs to be cut into pieces. Egg. Okay, so like a big factory to make a meal. Interesting. So like okay. It makes different meals. Yeah, I mean it seems pretty good. Not generally good. Good reviews. Might be kind of fun to make some factories for a little bit. All these factory games, like again, if it gets too complex, I don't know if I want to play it. And I feel like there's not too much depth to it. I guess I'm not one that's super motivated by just trying to make it more and more efficient. I don't know. It's okay. Alright, what's next? Through the Darkest of Times, a historical resistance strategy game. Through the Darkest of Times. Berlin, 1993. Oops. Scratch that. Berlin, 1933. Adolf Hitler is Chancellor. We all know the consequences this message bore. Unspeakable horrors and suffering would sweep across the world. Few would stand and fight the monstrosity that was the German Reich. Will you lead an underground resistance group through the darkest of times? Interesting, so it's a strategy simulation, adventure, indie. So it seems more like narrative, choice-based. It's like, what makes you think? Honestly, I really like sort of narrative games. It also says morale. Does that say supporters? Looks like you help organize a strike. Who are you? I ask him. You have no right to hold me here. You can cooperate or resist. It has a 88% reviews. That's pretty good. Plan, act, survive. A small resistance group. Experience the darkest of time in 4 chapters. Mature content. I mean, honestly, this looks good to me. Deal with small blows like dropping leaflets. Honestly, sounds pretty cool to me. I like more narrative games, not just always FPSs. Okay, that's a plus. American Fugitive. Let's see. American Fugitive. Okay. Mixed reviews 65%. Reason 75% of all time. It says, framed for your father's murder, you'll need to do whatever it takes to unveil the real culprit. Tackle thrilling missions for the criminal underworld. Just don't let the cops track you down. You know, I'm not a huge fan of like these top-down games. Looks like you're being shot by the cops. Action, adventure, open world, indie. GTA, Chinatown Wars, plus Dukes of Hazzard, plus X Time Splitter developers. I remember having a good time playing Time Splitters a long time ago. I don't like it. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't look good. Controls are clunky. Missions are very basic. Story is meh. Mechanics and gameplay are meh. I just ended the game, and after all, I must change my review because the developer seems to be interested in getting good ratings. Looks like the first GTA in 3D, and not so much fun. Feels like a good idea developed by at least lazy programmers. It's okay. Looks like some of the early GTAs, which I didn't play anyways. You know, I'm not, I don't know. It's probably wouldn't be a great one for me. Alright, the Coma 2 Vicious Sisters. That looks like some crazy horror game. The Coma 2 Vicious Sisters is a Korean survival horror game. Venture from your deserted school to survive the horrors of the night. Explore the surrounding Siwa district and uncover the Shadow Realm's dark secrets. I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. Use everything at your disposal to avoid a demoness hell-bent on killing you. Whoa, that's super spooky. If you are sleeping right now and not looking at your phone, don't do it. What did I just say? Don't look at your phone. Don't look at the screen. This is real spooky. Don't do it, okay? Now, I see you reaching for it. Just, come on. Don't do it. The lights are off. Anyways, I mean, it has, 98% positive, 100% of the recent reviews. That's actually really good. I'm not a huge fan of horror games, though, is the only problem. It looks kind of like a game I played called, Detention. Yeah, atmospheric horror game in Taiwan. You're in school. Seems somewhat similar, like collecting items. Yeah, it's spoopy. Don't know if I'd actually play this one too much. It has great reviews. I mean, maybe one day. Seems like it would be the opposite of perfect for ASMR. Okay, we were here together. Now this is what I know about. We were here together. Oops. It's a developer's dream. I don't want to watch that. As we explore the frozen wastes, misfortune strikes once again. Through the fierce blizzard, a flare lights the sky, followed by a cry for help over the radio. Broken. Dying. No one else can come to the rescue. Can we make it back together? Now this is a series of games. We were here too, and we were here together. Now I've actually played the first one in the bundle. We were here, and I own, it's really short, it's free. I own the second one, We Were Here Too. So what this game is that, at least the first one, I'm assuming the other one's gonna follow the same formula. So it's a co-op game. I played this with a friend of mine pretty recently, actually, where, yeah, you're split up from your partner in an abandoned castle. The only possession you have is a walkie-talkie, so you and your friend are in different rooms, and you solve clues that require communications. For example, someone is trapped in like a maze, but the other person has a map of where you need to pull the correct switches. So the person with the map doesn't really see what the person in the maze sees, but you can kind of be like, okay, take a left here, left into this room, there's a switch in there, okay, great, now go to this room. So it's an interesting concept where you need to work together with teamwork to complete. I'll probably be playing We Were Here too at some point eventually. I wonder if this is also split up We Were Here too. Discover the truth behind this dark castle in a communication-based cooperative puzzle adventure, so it sounds similar. Maybe the first one was like a demo. guess while you'll know the puzzles, seeing the game from the other perspective is really interesting. So, playing, we were here together. Seems fun, especially because I played the first one. I liked it. I'm planning on playing the second one with the same friend, and might as well play the next one. Why not? So I think I would actually like to play this very much. You know, originally $13, so that's a definite positive. All right, the last game, Bin Wander presents A Case of Distrust. A Case of Distrust. Interesting. A Case of Distrust is a narrative mystery from 1924 San Francisco. Play as private investigator Phyllis Candace Malone in this historical 2D adventure game. Really going with historic adventure games with the one in Nazi Germany. Southern Coffee was a basement dive, so it looks like it's like this paper aesthetic, which I kind of like it. It has 87%. Not very many reviews though, only 141. But it looks nice. The cat looked quizzically at the open door, then back at me. Sorry, fella, there's no grub in there for me either. This might be a fun game to play for ASMR, honestly. The small indie, wouldn't attract a lot, but might be able to be fun to talk through it and say different voices and stuff. Very positive reviews. Like I said, I do like the best indie game show, Game Informer at E3 2017. Gamer's Voice nominee, South by Southwest. That's actually some pretty good stuff there. Playing the game as a detective, getting out of cases almost immediately, getting hints out, the suspect you can catch. It's I'm down to try it. Seems pretty fun to me. All right, so we've gone through all of the games. Now, is it worth it? Let's just kind of go through what we remembered. Vampyr, I already played it, so that wouldn't add any value to me. 0 value. Hello Neighbor, I already own that, but it does include the prequel, but I don't know if I'd play the game in the first place. So, I would say little value. Wargroove was that kind of pixely looking one. I'd say medium value for that. Call of Cthulhu on my wish list, I would say very high value. Little Big Workshop, that seemed pretty fun. I'd say high value. Genesis Alpha 1, that seemed kind of undeveloped. I'd say little value. Automachef, where you make the assembly lines, I'd say medium to little value. To the Darkest of Times looked pretty fun. I'd say high value. American Fugitive, that GTA clown, I'd say low value. The Coma 2 Vicious Sisters, the horror game that I don't know if I'd play but had great reviews. Medium value. We Were Here Together, a game series I was already playing with my friend, I'd say very high value. Case of Distrust, looked pretty fun, I'd say high value. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high value games at least. 5 out of 12. 2 I already own. 1, 2 little value. So 5 games that are high or very high value. 4 games that are little value. 1, 2, 3 little to no value. Maybe 5 if you include Automachef. I'd put Automachef at medium. 5 high plus lowest value for little to no value, and then, what, 6 more? Oh, got 1. Wait, what? 5, 4, and then 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. They're gonna just, man. So it's $12. I gotta think, is this worth $12 for me? Not for Vampyr, not for Hello Neighbor, not for Wargroove. Yes, for Call of Cthulhu, Little Big Workshop. So let's take the games that I want. A Case of Distrust, $15. Okay. We were here together, that was $13. So net 28 already. Darkest of Times. Through the Darkest of Times. $15. So, for 48. Right, no, 28, 40. I was doing 15 plus 15 plus 13, 43, I mean. Little Big Workshop. So we're at 43 plus 20, that's 63. Call of Cthulhu is 30, so 93. Yeah, I think this is good value, because sometimes if I have a lot of these games and it was mostly just meh games, even if it was good value, I might not have done it. But I've really wanted to play Call of Cthulhu. It's really hard to pass up when a game is on my wish list like this. And that's a $30 game. And I can get it for $12 plus a bunch more. That alone plus, well, not that alone necessarily for $12, but that plus others. And we were here together. Those two are really driving it. Get those two for $12 and then throw in Darkest of Times, A Case of Distrust, Little Big Workshop. I think that's good. May not play the rest, but if I play just Call of Cthulhu, it technically makes it worth it. And Vampyr, and Hello Neighbor. Hopefully this comes as separate keys so I can maybe redeem the prequel and save the original. And what I will do, for those of you that are on my Discord, you know, when I introduce a new video game series, I have people try to guess which game that I'm playing. And whoever guessed it correctly first gets a game from my list. And the games from my list are just built up of games I've gotten from bundles that I already owned before. So, if you go to my Discord, you play some contests, which I have, I don't know, maybe once a month. You can, I can potentially give you Vampyr and Hello Neighbor. So, join my Discord, participate, have fun. I have a ton of games, and I want to give them away. I want to give them away. I want to do it. Unlock my choices. I already have 5 months paid for. Just to confirm. Giving away, slash keeping but won't play. Definitely will play. Really want to play. Probably won't play. Probably won't play. Or might play. Probably will play. Probably will play. Definitely will play. We'll see. And probably won't play. But I really want Call of Cthulhu. So let's do it. Alright, activated. No going back now. It's too late. August 2020 unlocked. Hooray. Now choose which games to keep. But this month, you get all of them. So before I wanted to choose which games not to keep. No, so 12 choices remaining. So I guess I just get all of them. Can I just extra step of being like, definitely good game. Can I, whatever, I have to do them individually, I guess. Oops, don't look at my keys. Well, this one will already be redeemed anyways, so this is a old key. That doesn't really matter. Anything wrong with my... I'll do all my product activations later. Don't even try stealing that key because it would have already been used because it's the game I want the most. So, yeah. There we go. We've talked through the August games. This was kind of fun. I do this pretty much every month, at least just by myself, because I want to see if I first want to get the bundle and then which games I want to actually keep. And this is really, really driven by Call of Cthulhu, and we were here together. If I didn't have those games, if Call of Cthulhu was a game I already had, I probably wouldn't have done it. But it's not, and so I will get it. Well, let me know what you think of this potential series. I'm just kind of just talking about video games, almost like just video games, ASMR, video game news. But and just I might make this a monthly thing. We'll see. I think it's the first Friday of every month is when the next Humble Choice Bundle, Humble Monthly, is released. So check back in, and I will give my thoughts and opinions on all these games. If I played it before, I'll let you know what I thought. Vampyr, had a lot of fun. If you're in my Discord and you win, I would recommend that game if you win. Awesome, yeah. Tell me what you think. I had fun doing this. Might as well make a video out of it if I make this internal deliberation every month anyways.